One, and we are live. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Positive Influencers. Let's talk about it. So yeah, guys, I've been on a hiatus for a little bit now. Decided to come back after all this time. Sometimes life hits you, and my show is called Positive Influencers. None of me feel so positive, but now I think it's the time to come back, refresh, and get started with the new show, new season. So, anyways, guys, so just because the show's called Positive Influence does not mean you have to be positive all the time. Sometimes that just means you can have positivity around you and also be dealing with life itself and having the positivity around you to uplift you to turn life, negative things to positive things. But anyways, today's episode, we are back on our wrestling journey. Yes, continuing the story on the wrestling journey. Last time I think we had Lisa Marie Varon and also SoCal Val, how I met them at WrestleMania. Now today's episode we're gonna have someone named Daniel Alexandro joining us, and how he fits into all this is kind of cool because before I met Daniel I wasn't really into indie wrestling. I was just getting into it, and so with that being said, I was just getting into wrestling, indie wrestling. So I started going to small promotions like DFW All Pros, and I got into storylines like that, and I was like, oh wow, this is cool. This is better than WWE. I just think the character work is different, and me being an actor and a performer, I kind of saw these people that weren't really actors. Well, they are actors in some way, but that didn't really have the training that I did, and I was like, and outperformed me in some aspects. I was like, oh wow, it's like amazing. So, anyways, when I came across Daniel, I think I had met him at WrestleMania Access. I think because we had the same picture, and I actually think I took his photo, which I think how it's weird how like the universe works and stuff. So that's not the reason why we have him on. Daniel's honestly one of the coolest people, I've met. In the sense where like not only just a wrestling star, an indie star, a wrestler, a champion, but outside of the ring as well. The stuff that he does for people, and kind of like the way he manages his time, and just the way he is an all around good person. Sorry guys, I'm stumbling on my words. It's been a long time since I've done this. Okay, it's been like a year since I've done this. But anyways, like I said, we're back, and yeah, we're gonna get to know Daniel. Just have a little conversation with him and see what it's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Daniel. He's the world heavyweight, sore heavyweight champion. It's been a while. We're gonna bring him on, and actually today is actually his birthday. Long time. I suck.
Check,
But
check.
here he is,
Mic
ladies and
check.
gentlemen. Here he is.
Mic check. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, sir. How are you?
Man, I'm great, bro. I'm blessed, man. I'm
And
blessed.
happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Dude, I
I
felt bad because
appreciate
I
it.
was like, when I was like stalking your life, I was like, oh shit, his birthday's actually tomorrow. So thank you so
No,
much
it's
for
all
being.
good. Nah, bro. It's like, you've been wanting to get an interview. Got some more. I got a little bit of time on my hands today. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
I ain't got all my festivities going on later, so I was like, man, I could squeeze in an hour, give you some time, bro. Like all the love you showed me since we first met, and you coming to SOAR and all that, like it means a lot. So I might as well give back in the best way I can. You know what I mean?
Are you nervous?
No, I live for this,
Because
bro.
I am. Nah, dude, like I seriously was like, oh my God, I can't do this. I was like, I didn't even sleep. I've been running around like a fucking cokehead around, like, oh my God, I can't do this. And anyway, so we are back, guys. So this is Daniel. So Daniel, how long? Oh wait, are we going with Daniel or Daniel?
Daniel
Don't give me-
Alexandro.
Or what do you?
Daniel Alexandro.
There you go. Okay, so Daniel. So how long have you actually been the champion now? Because I tried to count it down, but I was like, I couldn't keep up.
Oh, it's been over 500 days. Hold on. I got it right here on my lap. Let
There
me
you
put it
go.
right there. There you go. It's
So guys, if
been
you haven't noticed, he is going to perform Saturday. So I posted it on there. So you guys go purchase your tickets, go sit next to me, and let's go watch some
yeah.
good old wrestling.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
So yeah, I've been holding the
Plug that
sole
in.
worldwide heavyweight champion for over 500 days, man. It's been a hell of a run, bro. I've been just blessed enough to go against some of the very best Texas has to offer. I've been overseas, Germany, defended it out there against a German superstar. His name's Dieter Schwartz, and in the following week, uh, in the Fatal Four Way with Dante Smiley, Mr. Wobble, Matt Cardona, being able to come out successful in that and continue on doing what I'm doing, man, and kind of just leaving this place better than where I found it. That was kind of my big thing of uh, joining Soul Wrestling Worldwide, of being like, hey, when it's all said and done, there's no other name you can think of besides Daniel Alexandro whenever you think of Soul Wrestling Worldwide. So I feel like I've left a good legacy right now, but you know, only the future knows what's next. So yeah, I'm ready for it.
Yes, sir. And dude, isn't that crazy how like so when I first met you where you were and where you are now, because I think we had that conversation where like, man, I think you should be here. And like now that like, you're there, it's so crazy, dude. So I guess we actually had some fan questions, which I was pretty shocked with. So we have one from official Larry. How did you overcome the fear of becoming a professional wrestler?
Oh, honestly, bro, it was more of a. So it takes me back to WrestleMania Access Weekend. Um, I heard you talking about that when I first joined the live. It was when they were out here in DFW, or at what's the name of that convention?
Hey, Hudson.
There we go. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, Bailey Hutchin convention. There we go. I ended up pulling up there with some of my homies, and they had the fan access stuff. So they had the rings, they had the entrance gimmick, they had everything you could think of as a wrestling fan, like you're a kid in a candy store.
Did you
And
do an entrance?
no, I didn't. I literally just went just to look, and then I seen the rings though, and I looked at the ring, and I looked at my homie Mark, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna go be a wrestler." And I'm like, kind of like hesitant when I say it. I'm just joking because I just see a ring. I'm gonna go be a wrestler, bro. Because at this point in my life, I'm not really doing much besides working, and hitting the gym. Still staying active and in shape. And then he was like, "Hey, bro, no, I think you should go do it." He was like, "I feel like you would thrive in that because you have a presence to you that I think you will kill with." And I'm like, "Nah, bro, I can't do what they do." So time goes on, and I end up finding, like, the thought of being a wrestler kept coming up. Of like, I'm gonna go be a wrestler. 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks, I'm gonna be, but just never the thought of doing it.
So was this like
So
watching like SmackDown and Raw and they're like, oh, I want to do that, and then just it
nah,
became
honestly, no, bro. Like
like
it
you were
was
at work,
literally
I should
like,
be a wrestler.
yeah, I swear to you, that's literally what it was, bro. It was literally that. Like I wasn't necessarily like watching wrestling saying I'm gonna go do that. It was none of that. I was literally going through my daily life. I would watch it here and there because I've always been a fan since I was a kid, and then being like, you know what, like. I had a conversation at work about, trying something we love. And then I was like, man, let me look up pro wrestling schools near me now. Like, I've been thinking about wanting to do it, but, we only live this life once. You don't duplicate what you do right now. So I was like, man, let me go ahead and just, I don't want to live in fear. I don't want to look back on if I'm 30, 40 and older, whatnot.
Hey,
Be like, man, I wish I would have, I wish I would have tried it. I just live my
37,
life
baby.
on. I don't live my life with any regrets, and I don't want to choose to live with any if I ever think about wanting to do something. So I end up like, hey, you know what? I went to go do it. So the fear was literally like the day of my tryout. I was like, man, I'm really about to go do this.
Man, so there's no fear. It's just the actual trial was a fear.
Yeah, that there was no fear on
Wow.
trying it. It was just like, damn, I'm really about to do this, and I was nervous and had the fear of like this is a new journey. I didn't know what to expect. So to me, I'm ambitious. So if I put my mind towards something, I'm all in. Like there's nothing that's gonna
Mhm.
stop me from thinking anything else. Like there's no one that's gonna throw me off my trajectory on where I believe I can go. There's no one that can get in my head to make me feel, oh no, I shouldn't do this. And nah, fuck no. Excuse my language.
Oh, you
Like,
can cuss on here, bro. We're adults.
oh, okay. So like I was like, man, if I have my mind set locked on it, I'm stubborn. You know what I'm saying? So if I feel like I can go do it, I'm gonna go do it.
But that's a
Uh,
good stubborn though.
at times, sometimes I can get in my own ways, right? But like, man, I was like, man, I'm gonna go do this, bro. I'm really gonna go do it. And then the day of my tryout, um, it was like once I got there, it was just like firsthand, bro. As soon as I got in the ring, ran the ropes, took a bump. Because to people who don't know though, I was in my room the day before my tryout, taking bumps on my carpet. Um,
The
like
right way or like the way you thought?
just the thought of learning how to take bumps. That's all I'm gonna say. So I did
Because I did
that,
the same
bro.
thing, and when I was like, "Oh shit, this is different,"
Yeah,
I got the well.
and then yeah, bro. So like then from there, once I got into the ring, I'm like, yeah, I felt like I belong in here. Like this is where I'm supposed to be right now. This is my journey right now. This is what I was called to do at this moment in my life. So it's like I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? Like let's do it.
Yeah, so I saw in the past interview you had, and I think you've told me this before, that you have only had one injury.
Yeah. My left shoulder, I tore in my labrum. So 4 months into wrestling, I was in a match. I was in like my second singles match ever, and then things happen in the ring. Sometimes you can't really be upset at anybody for things. It's just things happen. So I end up jamming my shoulder a little bit in that match,
How did
and
you know?
well, I didn't know, so I knew it was hurt because I couldn't lift it as much. But I iced it, went to the doctor, nothing like structure wise was messed up. So I was like, all right,
Oh,
we
okay.
cool. So I just kept working around it. You know what I'm saying? Like still doing stuff, just being careful with like, not as much pushing, just putting a lot of irritation on it. That was to end the year. And then starting at this time, 2023, man, I felt good. I was in great shape. I was like, all right, we're back on track. Let's get it.
I know that.
Because this happened in November of 2022, but then starting in January, I was like, okay, I feel great now. Like everything's okay, nothing bothering me. And then I was in training the week of I had my first ever singles main event against Dante Smiley. Uh, that was my first ever singles main event. It was a big time because he was doing a lot of stuff. He had his stuff with CYN. Just got on NWA, you know what I'm saying, against EC3. And he had a whole bunch of things going on. So for me, being a young kid who was only 5 months, 6 months in the business, getting a main event match because they believed in me. They seen, okay, this kid has something. He brings in a shit ton of people as far as fans and family and people to come watch the
To
show.
bring the show.
Uh, so it's like, all right, I had this big match and I was in training, and then one day I took an arm drag. So if those don't know what an arm drag is your arm basically gets hooked like this by the other person, and then they basically throw you with them. So I felt it tweak a little bit right then and there
Oh,
in a training leading up to that match, and I was like nervous. I'm like, oh, not again, not again, not again. Um, so to put into perspective of like how much pain I was in, like example, this water bottle right here, you see this? I couldn't hold it to the side like this because of how much pain I felt. So I was like, damn, I'm a little nervous right now because I got this big thing coming up. But I was like, man, I'll be all right. I'll be okay. We'll work around it. Don't overthink it. Let's just go. All systems go. So then match comes. Had a banger of a match. It was amazing. It was great. I felt good. I still felt it off a little bit, but I was like, we got through it. I'm okay. Um, and then the following week had another match in Arkansas. I'm like, okay, we're good. It was probably just a little scared. And then uh, I want to say like a week after that one, I practiced something and then I can feel it just pop, and
damn.
I couldn't lift it at all, like at all. I felt like a shooting pain up my arm, and I'm like, damn. So I go to the same doctor I went to get an X-ray at. He did an MRI. He said, you tore your labrum. You don't have to get surgery, but you can get it just so we can fix the problem now. And at the time, I'm like, if I don't need surgery, I'm not going to get it because I don't have to get it. So let's work around it. So I went to physical therapy, kept going to training, kept trying to, I was just wearing and tearing my body, man. And then I went 2 months of PT, and then he was like, all right, bro, like, you're all good. Like, I'll give you the green light to wrestle. Cool.
Sweet.
Had a match in June of 2023 against I consider him a Texas pillar. He's an amazing wrestler. He was trained by Ricky Starks. His name's Prince Evil, or Lil Evil, Prince Adam.
Mhm.
He's great from Austin area. I had a banger with him, and then I felt great. And literally the week after that, we had a lot of new students come to the show that following Monday at training. So I'm in there practicing with them, and then we're practicing stomps and stomping. Obviously, if anybody doesn't know what a stomp is, I'm literally kicking someone's chest and with my foot. And as I'm doing that, I do it and I lift my arm up and completely I feel another shooting pain just all the way up, and I
Oh,
feel my
no.
arm drop. I felt the pop sensation. I felt everything, and I couldn't move it. Like I literally couldn't lift it. I couldn't turn. I could not a single thing could have helped me from
And just for
picking
doing
my
the
arm up.
stomp?
Yeah, I couldn't pick up my arm at all. So then, I knew I was like, man, I got to get surgery now. It's time now, like, cause it
Yeah.
literally, yeah, I couldn't lift. Like it was done, bro. It was literally done, man.
Like, I remember
So
like surgery that much shit.
yeah, so I literally I called the doc and I hit him. So he gave me his number and I was like, hey man, I think I need it now. I think I need it now. Said come back in, and I had showed him. He was like, all right, let's get it going. So July of 2023 ended up having uh labrum surgery, and then they looked at it. I completely tore off the bone this go around. Like I tore it a little bit. I tore it the first go around, and then when they did the surgery, they're like, you basically like blasted your shoulder, like it was out, like it was done. So they had to do the procedure. It went well, thankfully, but it was a lot worse than the first go around when I first heard it. So
Dude, here's my damn
yeah,
shoulder.
that was
Oh,
only
my
a
shoulders
year.
like I
That
don't
was
sleep
only a
right.
year in. Yeah, yeah. Well, that was the thing, bro.
I'm
Like,
all like this.
thankfully, it didn't bother me as much. But I had a big old sling, man. But it had a pillow on it. I was comfortable. I didn't. It wasn't my recovery process wasn't as hard as some people would think, because like how I mentioned earlier in this interview, I'm very ambitious. I was like, man, I'm going to get back healthy. I'm going to come back better. I'm going to, you know, I'm all in. Like, let's do it. I'm not going to let this injury phase me. I'm not going to let it scare me, push me away from my goals. I'm not going to let it do anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to come back to SOAR, and I'm going to take this motherfucker over. And I had that mindset of like, I lost it all, but I'm going to get it all right back. Because I was only a year in, and I definitely made a lot of people uncomfortable because I came in and ruffled feathers. And
Yeah, I was shocked
it,
that you
it
told
was
me it was like 3 years I met you.
and it wasn't because, I just had a lot of potential, brought in a lot of money to the company. So it's like I was able to kind of uh, I did very well being just started. But the hardest part was the comeback itself, because although the year one was a crazy shot to the top, like once I made my recovery back, that's when the test happened. That's when I learned the business aspect. When I learned the lessons within the lesson of the business, that taught me how to carry myself in situations, how to talk about things in certain situations, how to actually understand the art form of what we do. But I learned that in my on my comeback. So where I'm at now, being the sole world heavyweight champion, um, that was a lot harder than when it actually happened. It was all worth it once it did happen.
Mhm.
But the mountain up to it was difficult, man. I was like, it was one of the hardest things mentally, but I didn't want to say I knew it was all going to be worth it, but it was like, I'm being tested for a reason. I'm not going to let it phase me, because I look at things as I'm learning this stuff right now on this independent scene. God willing, if making it to a major company is going to be the same lessons there. It's just on a
Mhm.
bigger platform.
Yeah.
So I took every lesson that I was getting within this company at SOAR. Like, this is my WWE. You know what I'm saying? This was my WWE. This was my AEW. This was my end all be all, because as independent wrestlers, like, yeah, we want to make a name for ourselves and stuff, but I want to learn the lessons within the lesson, understand like this business, like,
Like be in the
you
moment.
know, yeah, man. So I took it as that. I gave this my all, and then doors opened after that. So, you know,
Cool. Well, actually, that's
yeah.
funny that I guess you answered. Brian Lema's official, which that's the guy who went viral for posing with Nikki Bella with the prom photo. I don't know if you know about that.
Oh wow,
But
okay, okay.
yeah, that was the question he had for you. Like, what made you want to become a professional wrestler? So there's your answer, Brian.
Yeah.
So I guess my next question for you is where does that ambition come from? From your parents, or is it something you just learned on your own?
Honestly, man, so I was raised by a single mom with two older sisters. So I'm the only boy in the house. I'm the youngest of three. But I had to learn how to be a man at a young age. I lost my dad at a young age. So I don't know, man. I see how hard my mom works, my grandparents work, my family. Like I see how hard people work. Um, but I always look at like I don't want to put a cap on my life. I don't want to feel like, oh, this is what life should be.
Hmm.
This is or the stereotypical American dream, like do this, do that, get a job. I always wanted to be different growing up. I don't know why. It was just a feeling. Like I've always felt like I was destined to do things in my life, but I never knew what.
Yeah,
Um,
same here.
so it was like the ambition, man. I don't know, bro. Like it's hard to pinpoint where specifically, but I know I was raised by hard workers. A Mexican family. You know what I'm saying? So. Um, everybody here, my grandpa seen him being in his mid 70s, like this dude is still up trying to mow the lawns because he's like, oh, I can't rest, like he's up and going all the time. Seeing my mom, how hard she works, it's like that wears off on me. So it's like, dog, I don't know, man. I just like, if I feel like
That's
I
the
got
damn
breath in
thing.
I got breath in my lungs and my heart's beating and I wake up in the morning, why am I going to like take a step back? Why am I not going to go want to achieve what I want to achieve? You know what I'm saying? So, um, I'll say I get it from my family, honestly, man.
Oh,
I could be
okay.
honest, I get it from them.
Well, that's cool, man. Well, just so you know, that's one of the things I do admire about you because I'm like, man, this guy's young and he has like a good head on his shoulder. He's going the right path, and it's like I wish I'm not saying when I was your age, I didn't do the same thing. I think I just partied a little more, but I also had a good work. I was like a fucking bartender. I still made money. But, you
It's all, hey,
I still had money, but
if you enjoyed it, enjoy
yeah,
your life,
yeah.
brother.
So like my job, right? I put myself down a lot because I'm like, man, I'm fucking weird. But it's because honestly, the industry that I'm in, I'm used to just talking to people. So it's like when I talk to you or some random stranger, I talk to them like we're fucking friends or family. But
Yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
that's just the way my industry is. We're working different events, going to different cities and states, and working like 12 to 14 hours, like all zombied out. So I think that's just a natural thing. So I guess my next question for you is how did you know you had a fan base? Like, what was
Uh,
that first time you came out and you actually knew the crowd was there for you? That wasn't your friends or your family. That was just random strangers that just saw your development and your growth in the ring,
man, honestly,
if you can remember.
no, it was the day I won this Soul World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh no, too.
So it was that day when I realized I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
like I've always been so grateful that I had friends and family who came and supported.
Mhm.
Um, but the boys, and I'm gonna just be real. I'm gonna just shoot from the fucking hip.
Please.
A lot of people would talk they shit because they knew they needed me to get the reaction that they've been begging for. You know what I'm saying? When I first started, and I heard every comment that was made to me when I first started. I heard everything anybody ever said to me when I first at said at Soul Wrestling. You know what I'm
What was
saying?
it?
I always seen it. And I knew everybody just wanted a bite. That everybody wanted to feel that uh, man, it's hard to explain, but when I would come out, bro, the atmosphere changed in that motherfucker, bro. Like I say that respectfully, but in honesty, you know what I'm saying? Because if you watch any Soul Wrestling Worldwide matches, cards, and that I've been a part of, everything changes when I come out. Everything changes. The atmosphere
Well,
changes. Whether I was in the main event, whether I was pre-show, whether I was second match, fifth match, everything changes when I come out.
why are you
And
being on the show, bro?
and
No, but seriously, guys. On a side note, if you do go see him, it's a different world when Daniel comes out. It's like it's silent. Everyone's waiting. They know he's next. And also, once you hear that first beat of that music, it's like everyone gets on their feet. Everyone gets their fucking phones out. Everyone stands up. Everyone sits down. They're just hyped up. He comes out. He gets on the fucking stage. He gets on the fucking bar. What is it? Bar?
The
The
bar
bar?
top.
Bar top? Yeah, there you go. Or on
Yeah.
table. And everyone goes fucking crazy for like literally 3 minutes or four. And then he gets in the
Bro,
ring, and it's like everyone's still hyped up. And then even the performance, I'm not even just saying this, like I know this guy and I'm not kissing his ass or anything. You guys know I'm fucking real. I'm not just going to say it. But he does bring you in. I'm talking about facial expressions and everything. If you're an actor, performer, wrestler, whatever, you should intake on what he does. And every move that he does in that ring or anything that he does has a fucking meaning to it. And I think that's why a lot of people graduate to it. If that makes sense.
yeah. No,
As
for
you
sure,
saying?
man. No, for sure. I thank you for saying that. That means a lot, bro. Because like I noticed it early though. You know what I'm saying? So I noticed everybody would throw backhanded compliments at me, saying, "Oh, all you got is your friends and your family in the crowd," and everybody would say it, and I would hear them, but I'd be like, "All right, I hear you." You know, like I heard all the talks, bro.
Like
Like
other wrestlers or fans?
I'm gonna just say all the above. That's all I'm gonna say. But the day I won this, no friend, two of my homies went. Only two. The place was packed out completely at the sports garden, packed out completely, and I had everybody chanting my fucking name. I had everybody going crazy for me. I had everybody wanting me to win, and when I won, the place exploded. So it was like to me, um that was my moment within this company of like, oh man, like I'm exactly who I think I am. I'm exactly who I believe I am, regardless of what naysayers and what envious or anybody else has to say about it. Because when I come out, everything changes. And I've held this for 500 days since. And like I love to say, what's understood don't got to be explained. So the rest is history. So anybody who, you know what I'm saying, like I heard it all. That's
Okay,
why I
so
smile. That's why I smile now on where I'm at because I heard it all. I heard it all.
mind you, I want to say thank you for your energy because this is the first time I'm like actually fucking calm on a fucking episode. Usually I'm like, ah. But that being said, I will say, yeah, I didn't think negative of it, but I was like, oh, that's his family. Oh, they're his friends. But I didn't think nothing negative about it. My thing was, I was like, oh, he's bringing butts in the seats. Oh wow, he's actually
100%.
promoting. And that's one thing about you that I do appreciate and I do respect and I do admire and all the above because you do the fucking promotion. And that's what I do for a living. I do promote and you fucking promote the smart fucking way. You use every fucking platform to its finest. Whatever you can fucking do to the day of the show and even after, which is fucking cool. And I think everybody should actually do that. The whole thing about your family being there, one thing I will say about that, your family and friends, at least they stay from what I've seen from the beginning to the end. And
Mm-hmm.
most people, when they do that, they bring their family or friends. It's for their match, and they're gone.
They're gone.
So I respect your family and friends for at least being there for the whole performance, the whole show, clapping here and there, and then cheering for you and staying to the end.
Yeah,
So
for
they
sure.
can't
You
say
know,
shit.
thank you. That.
They
No,
can't
for
say
sure.
shit.
Thank you.
Well, it's the truth, bro, and it's another reason why I wanted you on here too. It's just to kind of like it sucks I have not been to a reality wrestling show to go watch you because I know I used to go down there because I've never been just to meet Booker T and Charmel and I guess Zilla and everybody. But because I'd never been, but like I was like, man, now I actually know somebody that's from Dallas from there, so hell yeah. But even that turnaround, you not knowing anybody there, or probably having a few people in the crowd. I watch everything, bro. I was like, damn, this motherfucker's got at least two or three people where you at least people at least get hooked to you as you're walking to the ring. Even if you lose, they're kind of like, oh damn. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
No, no, no.
Look back in the
Like,
videos.
no, I watch
Like
them
in
all,
soccer.
man. Like, I watch them all, bro. Like, getting the reactions that I've gotten at reality wrestling, it's been a great platform for me to wrestle on because not only is it WWID product, it's a product of WWE. You know what I'm saying? We're up and comers coming from all over the world to this big stage where there's a lot of pressure, you know what I'm saying? 100%. Like there's a whole bunch of animals in there. Everybody trying to go get after. Everybody trying to make a name for themselves and do the one thing that's important in this business, and that's getting over. It doesn't matter about going over. It doesn't matter about winning or losing. Winning or losing happens in life. You know what I'm saying? Life is winning and losing. Every day when you wake up, that's a win in my book. So if I go to this ring and I lose,
Yes, I
that
did.
doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? If I lose, it doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not phased by losses in life because those losses are all lessons. It's about getting over with the crowd where my music hits. And this recent time going out when I wrestled against CJ Valor, WWID product, ID
Mhm.
prospect on uh, Evolve, and he's a standout in this industry right now. I come out with my chains going. I see people clapping, and they bought into who the hottest SA is. I'm only my fifth match in. You know what I'm saying? So I feel it. I see it. It's only been 5 matches, but I promise. I said this when I first joined pro wrestling. I said this when I first joined SOAR. When I say I'm going to take this place over, I'm going to take it over. I don't care about
Whoa.
pleasing anybody. I don't care about making partners. I care about making money. I care about making paper. So if that means a lot of people are upset that I'm getting mine, hell, let them be upset because it means I'm working my ass off to get mine.
Mhm.
And it means I'm here for me. I ain't here for no one else. I'm not in this industry to please the next man or next women. I'm here to go make some paper. I'm here to go listen to that audience and be like, all right, do you love me or do you hate me? If you love me, fine, keep loving me. If you hate me, I pray you hate me even more. You know what I mean? So to me, man, I don't care about the wins and losses. I just care about getting over. I want
Yes,
to win
sir.
championships. I want everybody wants to win those. You know what I'm saying? Because it means there's trust in you as a performer to carry yourself. But man, when the hottest essay comes out, bro, it's different. So I've been able to learn a lot within reality of wrestling through all the coaches, Ryan Davidson, you know what I'm saying, Oz, Booker T, obviously, like all these guys who are playing a part in my growth right now. It's like there's a next level right here I'm reaching. So it's like day by day, hour by hour, week by week, month by month, like everything's coming together. You know, it's gonna take time. Things don't happen overnight, but it's coming. You know, it's on its way.
Can you see the comments?
Yeah, I'm reading them right now. That's my
Oh,
brother
okay.
Mark right there. That's my
Okay.
brother
I can't
that.
see.
Yeah, my brother
I need
Mark.
glasses now. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, my brother Mark was the one who I told you
Oh,
who first.
God.
He was the first person who believed in me since I joined this industry. He was the first one that was like, "Oh, no, he's got that." You know what I'm saying?
Let's bring
And
them
believe.
on. No, I was kidding. Uh, so, well, I wanted to talk to you about this off camera, but I guess I can talk to you about it now. So, how was, because one thing I was thinking about when you were debuting over there, I was like, man, I wonder what he's going to do is how he's going to do his entrance. Because, at SOAR, it's different. You have a bar top and everything. So like here, it's like, I wonder what he's going to do. So, did you have an idea what you were going to do, or did you just wing it?
I wing everything, man. I don't not everything, but I go out there obviously nervous. You know, there's a lot of eyes watching. My first debut is like, all right, how am I? You know, it's not about how I'm going to carry myself. I'm going to do the same thing that got me to the dance in the first place, and that's being me. I don't have to. I don't have to act like something I'm not. You know, it's a different type of me when the camera's on. It's a different type of me when the lights are bright. It's a different type of me when the music hits and I come out. I don't plan on. Oh, I think I'm gonna do this or do that. I literally just flow on how I feel, and
Interesting.
obviously minor tweaks here and there as you know the progression of being like, okay, maybe let's try something different. Let's add something here. Let's add something there. You know, as I'm progressing. But I was just being me, man. Like,
Yeah. But the reason why I asked, and it's like, you're a different, well, you're Daniel there. You're not
yeah,
Daniel. So I was like, oh shit, who the fuck is this? I was like, this is fucking sick.
yeah.
I actually like the red. I don't know. I don't know which one my favorite is right now, but I was like, I like both Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, so it's pretty cool. So good
Yeah,
job on
no,
that.
Daniel Alexandro is what I'm taking with and it's what I'm running with everywhere now. So it's like Daniel Alexandro, my music that I will be I debuted at Row, but I'm gonna debut this Saturday, some new music, some new tunes.
Oh shit, here we go.
I feel like it represents me. When you hear that, it's like that's the hottest essay coming out right now. You can feel it. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. It's gonna be one to remember this Saturday. Sports Garden Capel, bro. It's gonna be it. Real talk. Real
Well, I'll
talk.
be there. Oh, so we got a question from Didi. Didi
Okay.
wants to know how much. Didi wants to know how much is Daniel compared to you in real life, which I think you're kind of like similar.
Um, how
Is that
much
is that too
compared?
personal? Well, like I guess Nick and Daniel, how much are they alike or how much are they different?
Oh man, honestly, it's Daniel's everything Nick loves as far as it's me. You know what I'm saying? These characters we play in wrestling are just us. It's really just us. It's what represents me as a person in multiple aspects of our whole life, whether it's music, whether it's fashion, whether it's movies that you love, whether it's anything, you put all those together and be like, how can I make that a character? And when I come out as Daniel Alexandro, it's that's Nick. Like, it's not Nick. It's my alter ego, I guess you want to call it. It's exactly what it represents me. You know what I'm saying? I'm naturally a laid back guy. I'm naturally calm, cool, collected. I'm easygoing. I'm respectful. But the moment that light turns on, everything's like, it's different. So
Mhm.
yeah.
So I guess what I want to know is how is it at your job? I'm not gonna say what it is, but how is it there being there and then being like, do they know that you're a wrestler or do you like
Yeah,
keep that
yeah. I
hidden
mean,
or?
everybody knows. Everybody knows in my daily life what I do. People follow me on Instagram, and it's. I mean, from their eyes, everybody looks at me like like, oh, this superstar, But I also look at it like, man, I'm a regular guy. I bleed the same way the next man or woman bleeds.
Mhm.
Um, what you do in your life doesn't make you better than anybody. How I was raised by my mom and my uncles is always treat everybody with the same respect. Treat everybody the same way you want to be treated, no matter if they have a famous last name or if they're one of the famous people in the world. Like, no matter who they are, you treat everybody the same. You don't look at people for what they can do for you, or you don't look at
Damn.
people like I don't do that. I look at people like, nah, bro, like I don't have to fake it to make it, bro. Like, it's okay to be authentic in this world. It's okay to be real because nowadays we live in a world full of phonies and a whole bunch of clout chasers. But for me, for me, I
I
don't.
wish.
Nah, bro. Like for me, I don't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just me, and whatever comes with it, comes with it. So I approach the same thing in my daily life as I do wrestling. So I mean, the people at my job may look at it like, but they also see me on the daily, you know what I'm saying? Like where I work. So they see me 40 hours a week, so it's like
Yeah.
they get to know me.
I just think it's cool because like all my coworkers, like they're now, I guess some that I've known for years, they're barely getting to know like you like wrestling? Or you like this? You go to this? Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I work for all kinds of shit. Like even my family, they don't even know what I do. Like my aunt who's barely catching on what I'm doing now. She's like, you need to do this. You need to do this. Like, yeah, I've been doing that shit. But that's
Yeah.
all I was asking you. Like, how does it's the kind of same thing
Yeah.
with your family? Like, or are you just like normal there?
I mean, my family though, and my friends, like
Like,
at
is
least
it
with my
sore him when
family, like.
you're at home and shit?
Nah, bro, it's because they seen me doing this since I was 4 years old. Since I was three. Like anytime they seen Nick playing around, they see me playing with my action figures. Anytime they seen me doing anything, it was involving wrestling. Like they seen me watch wrestling. So, but what I'm doing right now isn't a shock to my family because they known like, oh, he was meant to do it. We seen the signs early. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
would get in trouble for practicing choke slams and all this on my cousins. I would get in trouble for doing these things, to my to my cousins, my sister. But now it's like, nah, he's been doing this since he was a little kid. So it's like, like I've always wanted to be a wrestler without me wanting to know I wanted to be a wrestler, because I got into sports, got into basketball, right? And that's what I want to do. But once it phased out, I go right back to square one. it ends up taking me back full circle on where I started. And I was loving, pro wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So the love for wrestling never left. But it was like once this season of basketball ended in my life, it was like we're right back to what I love, and that's wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So the story was already written since I was a little boy. It's not a
In the womb.
surprise since it's not a surprise to anybody, you know what I'm saying? At least not to me. Might be a surprise to anybody else, but my family, they see Nick. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at me as anything. They don't, and no one in my life that you would think looks at, oh, he's big time. No, like I'm me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've always been me. I'm not going to switch that up because I found my lane in life. Like
But we don't know you,
I
brother.
was,
We're asking.
yeah, that's why. But that's why it's like a way of like, nothing has to change, nothing changes.
Good answer. Good. Well, I guess before I wanted to talk to you about how do you manage your time management? Like, do you ever get tired, motherfucker? Because you're like crazier than me. You work more than I do.
I mean, oh, you man. I mean, yeah. Like the thing is, bro. Like, so my system right now. So example. So at where I work 4 10-hour shifts. Right. So during the week, I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Early in the morning, I get out like at 6:30 p.m. Right. After work, I get home, change, maybe snack on something, go to the gym, get a good workout in, come home, eat, shower, go to sleep. So I repeat that Monday through Wednesday. Thursday, my day off. I have more time. So Thursday's my day off that I will go to the gym in the morning, eat good breakfast, get a haircut, whatever I got to do, and then I drive to Booker T's Reality Arresting in Houston. It's about 4 hours away. I leave around like 12 p.m. Get there around 4:30, 4, whatever, depending on traffic, and I'm there from 5 all the way until we finish train. Like I get there early. Like training starts at 8, so I'll get there like a couple hours before, get another workout in, probably get in the ring, roll around, do my stuff, warm up, go train for about an hour and a half, to leave at 10:30. I drive back to Dallas at that 10:30. I get back to Dallas around 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m., 3. Um, and then that 3 a.m., right, I get up at 6:45, 7 o'clock, get ready for work, change. Same thing, 7:30 to 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m., get off, go to the gym, rinse and repeat. You know what I'm saying? Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, I'm likely a show day. So depending on if I'm in Dallas, Houston, or wherever, um, that varies, right? But Sunday's usually my designated day off. So I kind of like use that as not a rest day, but like a recovery, watch a back film, do some little extra promoting, and kind of just repeat that. So
No.
that's my like, it's nonstop, man. It's
On the
just
drive back to
awesome.
Houston, do you ever get tired?
Oh, 100%. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure,
You fall
brother.
asleep.
Like, now I
There's
don't
nothing
fall
stand around
asleep.
like fall asleep. Like, oh, there's a fucking deer.
I'm Nah, brother. I'm thankfully, bro. Like I get high off adrenaline when obviously with wrestling, right? Like training and then hearing obviously great advice from all the coaches at Reality of Wrestling and Booker T and all of them. Like hearing I just thrive on, okay, how can I get better? You know what I'm saying, on my way home. So I don't ever like get tired, thankfully, because all those things just keep me up.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
crazy. So I guess one more question, maybe we'll wrap this buddy up. How was the call to go to Germany to wrestle for the first time?
Oh man, it was great, bro. So thankfully, Wrestling with Soul Wrestling Worldwide, it's under the umbrella called the OIWA. The OIWA stands for Organizational International Wrestling Association. So it's owned by Jason Maldonado. It got passed over to him. He's the main owner of the OIWA. So it's similar to, think of like NWA, right? There's NWA and there's companies within NWA, how they have all the territories and stuff, right? So the OIWA has its own territories. We got SOAR, the baby. That's what basically, like, without SOAR Wrestling Worldwide, there would be no OIWA. You know what I'm saying? This was the baby that started everything.
Mm.
So with that, right, and having the OIWA with people, um, that Bobby Horn, also known as Sir Moats, anybody who doesn't know, he was in Men on a Mission in the WWF in the early 90s. He was a tag team champion with King Mabel, Men on a Mission. He was in the business in professional wrestling for well over 30 years. Through his time, he's met a lot of people. So, and he would pitch the idea of him wanting to start this company like this and creating something big to give his guys a platform to wrestle all over the world. Because a lot of people are on the indie scene, the independent scene, have never been out the country. A lot of people can't say they've been out the country to wrestle. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But thankfully with Bobby, he was able to meet a lot of people to be like, okay, we have Germany, Fight Back Wrestling as one of our people. Yosho Pro, who is also like New York, but also they work with Japan. Contract Pro Wrestling is in London, in the United Kingdom. So I've been able to wrestle there. We also have one in France. We have one in Australia. So we have a lot of people.
Damn.
We have a lot of
Can't wait to see you Saturday
overseas.
at the first.
Over. Let's get it, brother. We're gonna be there turning up. Um, so it's like we have a lot of places overseas that we're able to wrestle and be like, no one can take that away from me. There's no one on this planet that can tell me I am not an international superstar
No shit.
because I am.
Twice.
Yeah, Germany and London, and I got more coming. So it's like no one can take these things away from me and what I plan on doing in this industry. So it's like, but I'm only able to do that because a guy like Bobby Horn was able to put those opportunities in front of me to be like, hey, go be everything I know you can be. So
How was the
it's
time zone over there? Like, were you like, was it different from here?
yeah, bro. I think they were 8 hours ahead. I think Germany
Oh
was eight.
shit. That's what I was like, how did you feel? Like when you
Germany was 8. London was 6. I believe 6. Yeah,
Well, that's a trip I'm
Newcastle.
gonna take one day.
Yeah, they were great, man. I mean, I don't know. While you're there, you kind of, at least for me, I'm not the type to get there and be like, "Oh, I'm sleepy." Like, bro, I'm in a whole new country. I'm wide awake. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Okay, I'll
sleep
take a
on.
nap.
I'll sleep. I'll sleep. I'll sleep on the plane. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
no, the plane ride's like 16 hours, right? Or how? Oh yeah,
No,
okay,
no.
sorry.
Germany was 8.
I'm thinking about
Uh,
Japan. Sorry, Japan.
no, it's okay. Yeah, Japan is far. I've never been, but Germany was like 8 and some change. London was like 6.5, 7.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, buddy. So, I guess we're about to wrap this up. So, I want to say, thank you so much, and I think you need to keep doing what you're doing, keep showing the world. Bring back the YouTube vlogs, because I thought they were pretty funny,
I
especially
got
with the
you.
dog. Bring those corny little jokes in there. And where can people find you on social media?
You can find all my social medias at Alexandro 4D. It's spelled Alexandro, the number 4, and the letter D. So you can find me on all platforms with that, man. But most importantly, this is the nitty and gritty. I guess the best part of the interview that we can talk about now. I mean, everything's been great. Thank you for the platform. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story. Being a great host, being a great human, you know what I'm saying, Cam? Like you always been cool since day one, since I met you. You've always showed love, always been a guy for the people. So that says a lot about your character than anything else. So once again, like I thank you for letting me be on here.
Yeah,
Um,
dude. Like a
thanking you for that.
Yeah,
But
it's honor. It's honestly a fucking honor, dude. Because I already know it's not even going to be long where you're like, you're Jacob Fatu level. You fucking
thank
wrestle Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania probably in 2 years or
you,
less.
bro. Thank you, brother.
Um,
But let's talk about this Saturday. Let's talk about
yes.
most important. Let's do that. Let's talk about my opponent, uh, Gabe
Uh-oh.
Excel.
He
Me and
threatened me,
Gabe
by
are
the
wrestling.
way.
Oh, really? Me and Gabe are wrestling for this Soul Wrestling Worldwide Heavyweight Champion in the main event this Saturday at the Sports Garden, DFW in Coppell. Oh man, there's so much I can say about Gabe, man. Me and Gabe have crossed paths since I first joined. I've been in an ongoing story. I've been ongoing. Everything I've done, it somehow always leads to each other. We always find a way to come back and come back and come back and come back. And now Gabe, he wants this. He wants this Soul Wrestling Worldwide Heavyweight Champion because he knows, and I say this honestly looking at the bigger picture of everything. Gabe knows he don't have much time left. He knows his clock is ticking when it comes to this professional wrestling as a whole. Because Gabe, he's up in age, and he knows he wants this to cap it off. I can see it. I don't. I've seen it since day one. When Nate Lawson was the president of Soul Wrestling Worldwide, Nate Lawson started seeing me. Nate was at my neck. Nate was the person who held my tryout. He held my trial, and he was the one who called Bobby Horn and said, I think we hit. I think we found the one. So out of
Mhm.
all the people that's ever came foot in this in Soul Wrestling Worldwide, Nate said we found the one. So it says a lot about who the one is,
And he's
right? The
back now
one,
too, right?
yes. So, but he's not fully back. He's back, but a lot of people want to know his agenda. What I know is when Nate formed this group of Trap City called Trap City with Gabe XL, it was built off of my back. It was built off of me. They kept I did what I did with a crowbar. It was we had a tournament for the Texas Heavyweight Championship, and Gabe was in it. But my return match, when I tore my labrum, I came back. Nate screwed me from my return, ruined my moment. So I took that moment because Gabe was gonna run. He was gonna run rampant in that tournament. It was a straight shot for him to go win it. So I was like, you know what? You ruined mine. I'm gonna go ruin yours. I attacked him with a crowbar. I made sure he wasn't able to compete, and guess what? I won the tournament. I became the first inaugural Sword Texas Heavyweight Champion. At the end of that night, you know who came and attacked me? Nate and Gabe. They always ruined my moment every single chance I had a moment right there in front of me. And when Nate became the president of SOAR, Nate had to put his hand on the Bible and say he has to not play favorites. Nate has to make sure he separates from being with Trap City and doing what's right for business. And I've been right for business. So Nate obviously started seeing that I'm a true champion. Nate started seeing like this kid, I put him through hell, but he keeps coming out on top. He keeps prevailing every single time. So Nate had no choice but to be like, this is the guy. Moving forward, this is the guy leading charge. He held my hand raised in July. In August, he just so happened to get fired from Soul Wrestling Worldwide. And in September, Gabe became the interim president for Soul Wrestling. I find it funny that Gabe handed me this championship right here.
Yeah, I was there.
Gabe,
I was there.
you were there, right? So I look at it, it was Gabe got jealous because his guy, Nate, seen a lot of potential in me. He's seen me as the guy and not him as the guy. So the moment Gabe handed me this, although he was the Texas championship, the Texas champion, he knew he wanted this. And he knew he didn't have a lot of time to come get this. So the moment he lost his Sword Texas Championship at Sword Mania this past March, he knew what was next. He knew time is ticking, and he has to come get this. So he let his presence be known in April that he wants this. So I asked him, "You cannot live with your own failures." You know where that brought him?
Damn.
It brought back to me, the person who helped him. I helped him more than anything. He wants this. He can't have it. It's my time. It's been my time. And all he had to do was ask. Big bro would have gave him a shot because I know I can beat him. You can have Trap City, you can have who he has, but at the end of the day,
Shit.
when it comes to this Saturday, I'm gonna wrestle circles around his big ass. I'm gonna work his big ass. I'm gonna take him to the deep end. I'm gonna make sure see what his cardio is looking like. He's been posting. He's in the gym, so let's see
Yeah, I saw that.
if he can go. You've been in the gym throwing weight around, but let's see if your gas tank can hold when you're in here with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm working too. I'm
Damn,
working on
Daniel.
everything, every aspect. So it's like the thing is with Gabe, he wants this. He's gonna have to kill me to come and take it. He's gonna have to do everything. And just because I'm focused on Gabe doesn't mean I don't realize that Javante Williams and Rico D. Cannon, his little lackeys, are in the building too. I
That's
got
Trap
my
City, y'all.
I'm ready for that. Trap City, I'm not worried about none of that. So this Saturday at Super Summer Showdown. Y'all get your tickets, get them now. Come watch me in the main event. I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna continue this legendary run. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna win because I'm here for it. There's levels to this shit, and I've been levels ahead, and it's time for me to continue to prove it. 500 days reigning, we're gonna keep it going, bro. So Cam, thank you for that platform. Thank you for letting me get that off my chest.
No, of course, man, of course. And you guys, I will have the link in the description where you can purchase tickets. Come and join me this Saturday at 7:30 at the Sports Garden. That's in Coppell, Texas. And Daniel, oh wait, I can't even say it now. Daniel Alexandro.
There we go.
What's your final word, buddy, to the world?
Final word to the world, man. You can do whatever you want to do in this life. Don't let no one try to project what they think you should do. Don't ever not have the self confidence in yourself, and always thank the people who helped you along the way. And if you ain't got nobody next to you, you got the man above that's guiding you every single step of the way. If you got some support, that's better than no support. As long as you got this vision that you believe in, you can do what you want to do. There ain't nothing that's gonna stop you. So I say that with saying what's understood don't gotta be explained.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for being a positive influencers and being an impact in everyone's life. You have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your birthday, and I'll see you Saturday.
All right, thank you, bro. I'm gonna see
Later.
everybody in here this Saturday. I'm gonna see y'all.
That's right, guys. Go get your tickets.